Hi, welcome to Vicky Makes and Builds. Okay, I am smiling big for this one because it's beyond exciting, like beyond. I always say this is an exciting one, but this one's beyond. I don't know how else to describe it. So it's a puzzle haul. I've got a puzzle haul for you today. And as you can see by these two covered armrests here, I have a couple of rather large puzzles to show you. But I wanted to keep them covered because I wanted to kind of reveal them dramatically. And they're both important to me, but one in particular is very, very special. And that is why I am so excited about this. I also have 3 other puzzles, new puzzles, which I will show you in this puzzle haul, but I'm going to leave those till the end. They're 500-piece puzzles that I've bought, and they're lovely. They're lovely, but really the focus is on these 2. This video is sponsored by Serious Readers, the lighting company. It's December, and you know what that means? That means it's time to crack open the Jigsaw Puzzle Advent Calendars. I have 2 this year, so that's at least 2 puzzling sessions a day for 24 days of this month. Of course, I have to do them as soon as I get up, but unfortunately, at this time of day in my part of the world, it's dark out there. I could flick on my ceiling light, but it's so uncomfortable puzzling by my ceiling light. I can't see the detail on the pieces properly, and I have to bend and get quite close to them. I'd much rather just click on my Christmas tree lights and enjoy the ambient and peaceful wee hours of the morning before my kids get up, that I get all to myself to do my advent calendar puzzling. That's where this comes in. My Serious HD light is ready by my table for me when I get up. I charge it overnight so it gives me a solid week of morning puzzling. If I want to, I don't even have to turn on the ceiling light. The LED bulb replicates daylight. I can point the beam wherever I want it to be. It's perfect for some by the Christmas lights, cozy morning advent puzzling. To be honest, if I didn't have it, I would probably put the advent puzzles off until later when it was a little lighter outside, and then there's no guarantee I'd fit it in at all, and I'd have to play catch up on the following days. I just love how the light allows me to puzzle whenever I want. I don't have to worry about being able to see it properly. There's no hesitation. I just grab it and puzzle. So, if you like the sound of this, then I have an offer for you today. You can get £100 off a Serious HD light plus free UK delivery. Just click on the link in the description below and use the discount code Vicky24. So I'm just going to dive right in, and I'm going to start with this one. Now there's a story behind both of these, so although there's only 2 puzzles here, I think this video, I'll be talking quite a lot, but I really hope you'll enjoy the stories behind them. So we'll start with this one. You might think I'm bonkers when I reveal this, and when I reveal it, I'm sure you'll understand why I've said that. But anyway, let's just get on with it and say, ta-da! Okay, here it is. Right. This puzzle might look familiar to you, and if it does, that is because I've done it before. It's the Disney Museum 9,000-piece puzzle by Ravensburger. Now, you might be wondering, why on earth has she got that again? She's built it already. Why has she got it again? Well, allow me to explain. So, basically, what happened was I did this puzzle a while ago, as you know. There are videos up on it, and I really enjoyed it. I mixed the bags. It was brilliant. But then when I'd finished it, I decided to give it to my sister as a gift. My sister's a big Disney fan, and she's got a fairly big house, and I thought it would look great if she could manage to somehow wall mount it. I thought it would look great in her house. That year, I was going down to my family's hometown for Christmas, and I took it with me and gave it to her. It was taped up and everything, and I gave it to her. And that was like 3 years ago or something. Like, it was a long time ago. Anyway, I thought nothing of it, really, since then. I was happy for her to have it, and it was fine. Then not so long ago, we're talking a couple of months maybe, I got a message on Reddit asking me for if I had any photos of another large piece count puzzle that I have done, the Venice Sunset by Clementoni. And there's a reason I'm kind of bringing this up, but it sort of goes off on a tangent, this story. Anyway, I got this message and I thought, oh, I'll need to go back a bit because it was a long time ago when I did that puzzle too. So I went back and I looked in my photos and I couldn't really find that many that I hadn't already uploaded to Reddit. So I thought, well, I can just take some pictures of it, some more pictures for this person, because they were building it themselves and they wanted a bit of help. So I thought, well, I'll just get it out. I'll get it out the cupboard. I've still got it. It's taped up in sections. I'll get it out, put it on my board. My board was free at the time. And I'll take some pictures and then I'll put it away. So then that led me to my cupboard with all my taped up large piece counts in. And in the process of pulling out the Venice Sunset, I had to pull out a bunch of others because it was kind of at the bottom of a pile. And I was like pulling them out, looking at them and thinking, this is awesome. These are just cool. You know, I'd got my Enter in the Bedroom, I'd got my 3-can Anatolian, I'd got my Bluebird puzzle, I'd got my Bizarre Town, I'd got all sorts in there, I'd got all sorts. And I was like, this is just so cool. It's just cool having all these puzzles. And I was so tempted just to get them all out and just look at them on my board. But I didn't really have time. But anyway, in the process of doing this, I was like, but there's one not here that I don't have anymore. And that's my 9,000 piece Disney Museum. It was the very first time I felt myself regretting having given it away. Now, I don't mean regret in the sense that I wish I hadn't given it to my sister. Like, I'm glad I gifted it to her. I'm glad that she's, got it and everything. But I wished I had it again. And I thought, I really want that puzzle again now. And it just, I don't know, that feeling that I got at that moment when I was pulling my puzzles out of my cupboard, it just kind of stuck in my head like a wee mind worm. I was like, I might see if I can get it again. Anyway, I took pictures of the Venice Sunset. I sent it to the person. They were very grateful. I put all my puzzles back and I went about my life and just couldn't stop thinking about this puzzle. So what happened was I had a sort of a tentative look on Amazon to see if it was still readily available to buy. And it was actually cheaper than what I bought it for, about £100. And I was like, well, yeah, okay, it's not something I can afford right now, but I can maybe look at getting that again at some point. So there was no rush, and I saw it there and it just kind of just hummed in the back of my mind. And then my mum called me one day and said that she'd sent me some money for Christmas, and I thought, oh, okay, well, that could maybe go towards a puzzle or something. And then I decided that I was going to put the money towards this puzzle, and I went online to go and get the puzzle that I'd seen, the brand new one that was roughly £100. And so I took the decision and I went to do it, and it was the same price, but it wasn't going to arrive for like a couple of weeks. And I was like, oh, and again, there's no rush. I don't know why it disappointed me so much, really. But I was like, I really just wanted it the next day. I wanted like a prime delivery on it. So I looked underneath where the price is, and it normally on Amazon it will say get this cheaper from other sellers, and you click and it opens up and there's other people selling it, and it's there. So what I found was, and what drew my eye, was a copy of this puzzle being sold that would arrive the next day. And I thought, oh, right, well, there's one on Prime there that will arrive the next day. I wonder why that's there and that's not come up here. And it turns out that the reason for that is because it's an Amazon resale puzzle. Now, having taken a closer up picture for you, that you might have spotted that there's some tape on the surface of the box. And that is because, as I've said, it's an Amazon resale product, and so there is some damage to the box, basically. I had long story short, I had a look at the listing, and I was really thoroughly looking at it because I was shocked by the price. And I'll tell you what the price was in a minute. I was shocked by the price. So I was looking up resale items at Amazon and what it means and what the condition means, you know, and because I was worried that it might be that the bags might be opened, or I was worried that there might be missing pieces, something like that. So and I've never bought a resale item from Amazon, so I did my research, and I discovered that the condition it was described as, which is used like new, means basically that it's complete and that there's just a bit of damage to the box. So I thought, well, I'm going to get that because it was such a good price, and I've done the puzzle before and it didn't matter to me really that the box was a bit damaged. And so I bought it, and it came, and this is the state that it's in. I'll show you some pictures. There's a couple of dinks in the box. There's a little bit of peeling paper there. It's been taped shut because obviously I think somebody must have opened it, took the sticky tabs off at some point. So it's been taped on all four sides. So it's obviously one that's maybe got bashed around, or it's been sent back and they've resold it because it's fine, but it's, you know, it doesn't really look very pretty because it's a little bit banged up. So yeah, so it came and I opened it up, and sure enough, there are 2 sealed bags in here. The poster, all the other paraphernalia is in there, and I have it again. I'm so happy. Now, I will tell you what the price was. It was £39. £39 and 5 pence, I think it was, for this puzzle. And I was like, I was so overjoyed to have it again. But not only that, to have it for that price in sealed bags with everything in there. The box is just a wee bit banged up. I really can't complain at that. I'm so happy, and I'm pleased to have it again. I really am. I just felt like I wanted to have it in my collection. I wanted to have it taped up with all my other puzzles. And so yeah, I got it again, and I got it for a bargain, which was brilliant. Now my plan for this is I won't be mixing the bags again. I will do it in separate sections. But I wondered about potentially live streaming it. I don't know. I think it would be a good puzzle to live stream because it's a collage. And I'm finding with live streaming my Pokemon puzzle, which is the first large piece count I've ever live streamed, I'm finding that that's going really well. And I would love to do more live streaming of large piece counts. So I am considering that idea. I think that would be fun. I think it would make it different to my other videos in the sense that you'll see more sort of real time, really, my strategies for building it and things like that. And also it'll be different in the sense that I'll be doing it in the sections rather than mixed, which my other videos were all about. They were all about the mixed bags. So yeah, I think it would be fun. I think it will be a good thing to do. But what do you think? Give me your opinions on this. Would you love to see me do this again? Would you love to see it on a live stream? Or do you think I'm start raving mad for buying it again? There's been a few jokes flying around in the members area because the members have already seen this puzzle, and there's been a few jokes flying around about me just, you know, trying to collect every possible copy of the Disney Museum that I can. But yeah, I suppose it is a bit crazy, but I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I've got it again. So this one's special. This one's special. So I'm going to put that just over there to give myself room for my next reveal, which is this one here. Now, I don't know if you'll have been able to tell from the camera angle, but this box is bigger. It doesn't always mean it's a bigger puzzle, but in this case it does. This puzzle came to me out of the blue, unexpected, totally random event, and I couldn't be happier that it's happened. It's like Christmas arrived early. It really is. And it may not be lost on you that it's covered in a blanket that actually has a unicorn's head attached to it. This puzzle is my unicorn puzzle. And I'm going to reveal it because I'm sure you've probably guessed already what it is from my description of it as my unicorn puzzle. But I just want to eke out the suspense for a little bit longer because I'm getting all excited again. Like I'm feeling the same excitement that I had when I first opened the parcel. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. Ready, steady, ta-da! Okay. I finally got my ultimate dream puzzle. It's the 18,000 piece Galactic Time Travel Star Wars puzzle by Ravensburger. Oh, I'm getting emotional again. I get all the feels when I'm holding this puzzle. I really do. I really do. So what happened was, I've actually already revealed this puzzle to the members, and I did it on a live stream. I opened the parcel on a live stream because I wanted my members to see me open it, and I was getting emotional, and I'm just feeling all of that all over again. It's just so amazing. It's so amazing. It's such an amazing feeling that I've got this puzzle. I'm so happy to finally have it. So, how did I get it? You might be wondering. Okay, well, it was a gift. It was a gift from one of my members, which is another reason why I put it on there first. So I want to thank you, Sam, again. I've already thanked you millions of times, but I'm really not going to be able to thank you enough for your amazing gift of this puzzle. What happened was, a couple of weeks ago, I was walking to the cinema with my kids to go and see Wicked. And we live walking distance from our cinema. So we were walking there, and I was looking at my phone as we were walking, and I had an email from one of my members, Sam. So Sam in the email said, "Did you see the Star Wars puzzle that was just auctioned on eBay? The auction just finished. Did you see it?" And I sent back, "No, I didn't see it. Oh no, have I missed a bargain?" kind of thing. I kind of just thought, oh, well, you know, it probably went for an average sort of ish expensive price, or it was just ridiculously priced, which is usually the case. So what I didn't expect was Sam got back to me and said it went for £340. And I was like, what? I mean, I was walking to the cinema and I actually stopped. I actually stopped walking because I was so surprised by that number. I have never seen this puzzle for that price. Never. The bags were sealed. The box was opened. So sealed bags as well. Crazy, crazy price for this puzzle. And I was like, I can't believe that. I can't believe I've missed out on that. And I didn't think any more of it. Well, we were at the cinema by this point, so I couldn't really... I replied to Sam and said, oh, that's amazing. What an amazing price for this puzzle. And then we were at the cinema and we went in and watched the movie. So I never looked at my emails again after that. And I just didn't think more of it. And Wicked was great, by the way. Just in case you're on the fence about going to see it, I really enjoyed it. Anyway, I came out of the cinema and we walked home, and I still hadn't looked at my phone because it was chucking it down with rain. And when I got home, I checked my emails and there was another one from Sam. And Sam said, well, you know how I can't resist a bargain on eBay, even if I don't intend on building the puzzle. And as it happens, I won the auction. And I read that sentence and I went, oh my God. like out loud, I said this. And I stood there. I'd not even sat down. I not even took my jacket off. I stood there and I continued to read the email. And it said, I don't intend on building this puzzle. So if you would like it, and if it turns out to be in good condition, you can mark it off your to buy list. You can mark it off your wish list. And then I just sat down. I had to find somewhere to sit because my legs went to jelly. I couldn't believe what I was reading. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, and it was so out of the blue. So just, you know, just one of them sudden things that happens to you that's just amazing. So I was like, I can't believe this. And I was getting emotional then. And I replied to Sam, and I felt guilty because Sam had sent that while I was in the cinema, and I'd obviously not replied, and Sam didn't know I was in the cinema, so I was like, oh no, I need to reply, because it looks like I'm all ungrateful. But anyway, I replied, and I said, oh, I would love it, I can't get over this, thank you so much. And I offered to send Sam something for it, and Sam said no, it's for everything you put up on the channel, you know, I'm not expecting anything for it. And I just couldn't. I was so shocked. I was in shock for a couple of days. It was one of those things where a couple of days after it happened, I'd just be kind of walking around doing stuff, and then I'd suddenly stop and think, oh, that's my puzzle. And I'd get all excited, you know, and that just kept hitting me, you know, periodically over the few days following. And then, so yeah, basically it got sent to Sam. Sam lives in Scotland too, by the way, so not very far. And I knew I knew it had been dispatched. Sam had told me it had been dispatched, but obviously it was getting dispatched to Sam, and then Sam would send it on to me. And it all happened really quickly, a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. So when I order stuff from eBay, usually it takes like a week or something. And it was under a week. I got it in under a week, which is great considering that it had gone from one person then to me. You know, it had gone through kind of two other people. So it came on, I think it was the following Thursday. So we had the email chat on the Sunday, and it came on the following Thursday, and I kept it in the box because I thought I really feel like I need to open this with my members, and especially Sam, and I live streamed it in the members area. So if you do want to see my original reaction to this, have a look over there. It's in there. But I mean, the emotion you're seeing here, like I was emotional then too. I couldn't. It's just seeing it on my puzzle table in front of me was like, I can't describe it. It was just amazing. I mean, for all you out there that have a dream puzzle, and I'm sure you all do, a dream puzzle, again, that's hard to come by, the feeling, it's just unparalleled. It really is. It's amazing. So I'm again, thank you so much, Sam. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. I really can't. Now, I'll open it up. I know the state that it's in. As I said, the box was open, and so the box, because it's not got cellophane wrap around it or anything, the box is kind of bulging out at the sides. Like everything in Ravensburger boxes really kind of only just fits in. So when you take them out, which I did on the live stream, and then put them back in, it just doesn't fit quite right, so it's kind of bulging out the side. But the box is fine. I mean, it's in better nick than this one. And all 4 bags are sealed. Absolutely fine. And it has all the literature in it as well. I'm just going to put that over that side. So what I'll do is I'll open up the poster and show you the poster. It's because it's hard to take a photograph of it, so I'm just going to hold it up for you so you can see the picture properly. The image on the box is quite small, really. So there it is. I'm hoping that's in the camera shot. There it is. So at the top you can see you've got the characters in the original 3 Star Wars movies plus the prequel characters, and then at the bottom you've got the latest 3 movie characters represented on the bottom half. In the middle there's like a dividing line. It's like a blue trail of light coming out of the back of the Millennium Falcon. So it's a collage really, and it does have like a dividing line like Ravensburgers usually do have, although on this one it's horizontal. There isn't really a dividing line down the middle. You do have the image going across, so it's just so great. It looks like such a fun image. It's going to be such a fun image to build. So there's a lot of colours, a lot of blue in it, but there's a lot of colours as well. I think I'm going to be able to sort it and things. I don't think it's going to be easy by any stretch, but I think it's going to be So much fun to build. Star Wars really was, it means a lot to me because it was a big part of my childhood. So I have a brother and a sister, an older brother and an older sister, and when we were younger, my brother was a huge fan of Star Wars, and it was just the three of us and my mum, because my mum and dad had split up. And we loved movies. We watched movies together, and we would watch movies over and over again, and we'd be able to quote them and things like that. And Star Wars was just one of those sets of movies that we watched over and over. My mum loved them too. Well, she loved Harrison Ford, but I think she loved the movies as well. And we just watched them so many times. We kind of bonded over them. You know, it was a real childhood staple in our house, and I've loved Star Wars ever since. So that's really the reason why this puzzle has been so important to me. Now I have it, and I'm just bowled over. I'm bowled over that I have it. And I mean, I've got Lahaina Vision now, no less, as well. They were my two top puzzles, and I've got them both. Like I made at the end of last year, in my end of 2023 roundup video, I actually made it a mission to get at least one of my dream puzzles this year, but I had no idea that I would end up with them both. I really can't believe it. So now I've got to figure out what my new dream puzzles are going to be, because I can't stop here. There's got to be more that I want. And actually I do have a few ideas which I'll talk to you about in just a second. I'm going to put the bags away again first. They go in this way, which means they sort of squish in slightly, but it makes the sides bulge out quite a lot. But that is okay, that's absolutely fine. Now unfortunately the 18K boxes don't fit in these squares on my shelf. It would fit on the top, but I can't put it upright because the bags would fall out. So I think this is probably going to live on top of my memorable moments puzzle now. So it'll still be in full view of the camera, and it will live there. Not sure where my Disney Museum's going to live. It might have to replace the Dragon Forest, and I'll maybe put the Dragon Forest in the cupboard because I have completed that. So it's going to live there now until I can get round to doing it. Now, it is highly likely that this puzzle will jump the queue of large piece count puzzles that I'm doing, but it will not jump the wildlife queue. That one is getting finished before I touch this. I'm going to finish that next year. That is one of my missions for next year. I'm going to finish it, and hopefully in the first half of next year. I've still got 3 sections to go. I've opened up my Piatnik puzzle ready to do, although I've not actually started it yet because my table's been covered in gluing paraphernalia. I've been gluing a lot of puzzles. So after I've done wildlife, I'm gonna have my BDI on this one to do. I think it's going to jump the queue quite significantly. I don't think I'm gonna be able to wait, really. I really don't. It's just, I've been waiting long enough. My next question for you is whether or not I should mix the bags on this puzzle. It was always my intention to build up my piece counts in terms of mixing, so that the biggest puzzle I've mixed and done, you know, in one is 9,000 pieces, and that was this one, funnily enough. What I planned to do after that was to maybe mix a 13,000 piece puzzle. I thought that was an okay jump up. And I do have a couple of 13,000 piece puzzles. Now, I was going to do Visionaria initially, but that was before I knew I was getting Lahaina Vision. That was another one that just kind of came out of the blue. And I thought, well, if I'm going to mix any, I'd rather mix Lahaina Vision than Visionaria. So I will mix Lahaina Vision. But after that, my thinking was to move up to an 18,000 piece. And so this is an option. Now I now have 2 18,000 piece puzzles. The other one is the magical bookcase, which you can't see above me at the moment because the camera's too far down. It's on the top shelf. There's no way I'm mixing the magical bookcase. Just not in a million years. I'm not mixing that puzzle. There are other puzzles I would potentially mix, 18,000 piece puzzles, but I don't have any. I've got this one and I've got the magical bookcase. So the magical bookcase is a no-go. Could be that I'll get others, I don't know. But I think this one, out of all of them, would be doable to mix. I don't think it would be easy, but I think it would be doable. But I'm really in two minds about it. I don't know. I don't know whether to mix it or not. And I'm wondering what you think. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should mix it, or do you think I should do it in the sections? Now, one suggestion from one of my members was to sort it separately, as in open the bags, like sort each bag one at a time, and then build it all in one, which is kind of a halfway point, really. All that really does is tell you where the sorted piles that you have go in the puzzle, you know. So you'll have a bunch that go in the bottom left, a bunch that go in the top left, top right, and bottom right, and so forth. And I actually thought that was a really good idea, but you would still see it coming together as a whole puzzle, which appeals to me. That appeals to me. Now, I can't fit 18,000 pieces on this table, but I can fit a good few on this table, and I can put the rest on foam boards, and I can build the sections, and I do think that I could sort into some definite piles. There's lots of lightsabers on here. There's red colours, there's orange, there's different faces. Some of the faces are beards, some don't, you know, so I should be able to identify who's who with the faces and everything. Jabba the Hutt's pretty distinctive. Chewbacca, all of that. I think I could, but I don't know. What do you think? Do you think I should mix it or not? That is my question to you. Leave a comment. All right, well, that's the two surprises, the two special puzzles. I'm now going to move on to my 500 piece puzzles, which are lovely. And I am not downplaying them by any stretch, but these ones are really the special ones. So they're in front of me. I got 3 500 piece puzzles just recently. Now, I've been buying them because I have been trying to get, not all, but most of the ones that came up at Worlds this year. And I've already got 1 or 2, and I've got some of the unreleased ones, but there were other ones that I really liked and I wanted to get, so I did, and they came just this week. So the first one is this one, the Monaco puzzle. This one was one of the preliminary group puzzles for solos, and I think it might have been group F. I can't remember exactly, but it was one of the group stage preliminary puzzles for the solos, and I really liked the image on this, so I got that one. Thought I could have a go at that. And the other one is one I've actually been wanting for a while, but I've just not got round to getting it, but I have it now. This one is the Paris postcard, and this completes my postcard collections up to this point. I've still got London and I've still got New York, so now I've got Paris, so I'm looking forward to doing that as well. And then this one is not a Worlds puzzle, it's not even a Ravensburger, it's a Clementoni, but it is one I've been looking for. It's a 500 piece Colorboom puzzle called Waves. I love the Colorboom puzzles by Clementoni. They are just so vivid. The colours on them are they're almost like neon. They're so gorgeous. And I've got 3 other 500 piece Colorboom puzzles that I absolutely adore. I've got the Stairs puzzle, I've got the Psychedelic Jungle Sunrise, I think it's called, and I've got the Curly Tails, which is all the lizards' tails. And I love them all. And this was the only one I didn't have of the 500 piece ones, so it's called Waves, and I've got this now too, so I'm really pleased to get this. I'm going to do this just for fun, or maybe even on live stream perhaps, I don't know, we'll see. I really like it. I just think the colours on Colorboom puzzles are so nice, so I got this to add to my 500 piece puzzle collection as well. So that is it for your puzzle haul today. I really hope you've enjoyed that. It's probably the most special puzzle haul that I have ever filmed. I never envisaged what it would be like, really, revealing this puzzle. But I suppose to sum it up in one word, emotional. emotional is the best way I can describe it. But I mean, it's doubly great because I'm showing it to you alongside this awesome puzzle, which also means a lot to me. I mean, this, in terms of the channel itself, this means quite a lot to me. This one really, it kind of launched my channel a bit more. The Disney Orchestra launched it a bit, and then this one came along and launched it a bit more. A lot of people really liked those videos, so it does have a place in my heart, and I'm so glad I've got it in my collection again. And so yeah, it's amazing. Both my dream puzzles this year, I've got them both. I couldn't believe it. That was the other thing I was going to tell you, because I'd forgotten. I said I was going to tell you this. Other puzzles that are now on my radar to get that are also, well, in some cases hard to find, and in some cases just expensive to get. So I am now thinking, so in the same vein as Star Wars, I've now got my eye on the 5,000 piece Star Wars puzzle. I can't remember what the puzzle's actual title is, but it's the 5,000 piece one with like a gold border, and it's got the big Darth Vader head at the top in the middle. I would like that one. I think that would be good to add to my collection. Now I have this one. And that one, yeah, it does come up. It comes up on my eBay. I have a friend in America who looked for it the other day, who said there was none coming up on the in America, but I guess that there are some floating about in Europe, because they were coming up on my eBay, usually with a euro price tag. So I guess there are still some over here that you can get, but it does tend to be on the expensive side. Another puzzle that I would really love to get hold of is the 8,000 piece hay puzzle by Ryber, and it's called New York. And that one looks really fun. I would love to get hold of that. So that's one that's hard to get hold of, and when you do find those, they tend to be astronomical on eBay. So that's one I would love to find and build. I think that would be great. And another puzzle that I'm very, very interested in getting hold of, that's I think even harder to find than the two I've just mentioned, and that is an Educa puzzle that's 3,000 pieces, and it's the smaller version of Wildlife. It's the 3,000 piece version of the Wildlife puzzle. Now, I knew it existed, but it's quite hard to find. And I would love to get that puzzle and have it as kind of like a companion piece to the Wildlife puzzle. Kind of like I've got my small Disney Orchestra collection as compared to my larger Disney Orchestra. I just think that's a really cool thing, you know, to have the little mini-me version of the giant puzzles. And I would love, I mean it's still big, it's 3,000 pieces, and it's the same brand, Educa, but it's obviously smaller than the big Wildlife puzzle. But yeah, I would love to get hold of that. So those three are now on my kind of ultimate wish list, if you like, and I will keep an eye out for those. I think if I didn't have anything on my wish list, I think I would be slightly sad. There's a certain thrill to the journey. There's a certain thrill to the chase with these puzzles. So now I've got three more that are fairly hard to find. So I'm sure I'll get all my thrills from those three, and at some point I will get those too. But I couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. What a Christmas. Early Christmas. It was like all my Christmases just came in 1 month. I was so happy. So happy. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again to Sam for gifting me this puzzle. Thank you to my mum for giving me the Christmas money, which ultimately bought this puzzle. And just thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. Please consider subscribing if you aren't subscribed to the channel yet. Let me know in the comments if you think I should mix this puzzle, and comment on anything else you would like to say about any of these puzzles. Also, very quick reminder, I introduced my new Discord server in my last video. If you haven't seen that yet, go and check it out. If you're interested in joining the Discord server, there's an invite link in the description on that video. So go and check that out and see if you'd like to join and just chat with us. I've got a few members now, so thanks to all those who have joined so far. I think that's going to be really good fun. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye!